Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is a little different. Actually, it started at a place where I feel sorry for almost any woman that goes there.
What is it?
The golf course.
Why? Women love golf.
Well, I know they love golf, and a lot of them are very, very good at it, but there are so many dudes on a golf course that just try to hit on them nonstop, especially if you're like working the drink cart. Oh God, that's got to be the worst. Just old dudes being like, "You keep this coming around every 3 holes. Here's another $20 where that came from. By the way, did I mention I'm a CEO and I'm twice your dad's age? Let's go out sometime." So anyway, today's second date update started on a golf course and involves an angry brother. That's pretty much all I know about it. Sounds like it should be a lot of fun. Peter, what's up? How are you?
A little pissed off. I'm doing okay today.
Wait, so does that make you the angry brother, or is there another angry brother involved?
No, I think I'm the only angry brother on this call.
Well, let's check. Is there another angry brother here? Nope, just you,
Okay.
Peter. All right, cool. Your email was actually a little confusing, but I want you to explain what happened. Why are you calling for a second date update today?
Okay, well, I got invited by my boss to this charity golf outing.
Okay.
And he told me I could bring a guest because usually I play with him, and my sister's a golfer. So I brought my sister.
Okay, wait, hold on. We're not calling your sister for the second date update, though, right?
No, definitely don't want to date my sister.
Okay, good. Things that have to be established.
No. Yeah, no. So we got paired with these two guys. They work for another company. I never met them before. But these two guys, Tyler and Max, and they seem like good guys, and we were having a good time. It's like a party tournament, basically. There's shots at every hole. There's drinking competition, games, whatnot, raffle prizes, that whole thing.
Okay.
So it's me and my sister, and it's these two guys, Tyler and Max.
Okay.
And drinks start flowing. Tyler and my sister start hitting it off. The flirtation grows, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do about it? But throughout the round, it was more and more. They were distracted by each other, not even taking their shots, just giggling. And
Like on like a little grassy hill somewhere making out while you guys are trying to putt?
it wasn't quite like that, but it might as well have been. I mean, they weren't thinking about golf.
Okay, so wait, were you angry at that point? Like, were you mad at your sister for ruining your game, or?
No, I mean, it was whatever. It was fine. She was having a good time. I didn't really care. So anyway, this continued the whole round. And by the end, it was a little annoying. Not going to lie. It was like me and his friend were just these awkward guys on their date. And it wasn't even like we were playing golf. It was like, where can we get the next drink? And towards the end of the round, the last few holes, they actually rode together. We switched carts, and I was awkwardly riding with his friend.
So it's almost like she was on a date and you were on a date with somebody new too.
Cute.
But that was just the beginning, because after the round, they had the raffle and the dinner and everything. And it was like she completely forgot I was even there. We were sitting at the same table, but it was like their second date at this point. And the drinks are flowing. And meanwhile, I'm her DD. I'm driving her, so I'm basically a babysitter at this point.
Yeah, right. She's going home with him. She doesn't care about you, bro, okay?
Yeah, well, that would have been better than what happened, because the raffle and the dinner was winding down. It was over. People were leaving, and I couldn't find my sister.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, I was literally the last person in the ballroom. There was nobody. There was the people cleaning up. I don't know where my sister is, so I go out to the parking lot, and people are leaving. I go to my truck to put my clubs and our stuff back, and there in the bed of my truck is my sister with Tyler.
Oh.
Your truck has been christened.
I think the word you're looking for is tainted. But,
All right. So 2 problems. 1, you got to burn your truck. And 2, you saw your sister doing that in the back of your truck.
yeah, it was dark. I didn't see much. I heard more than I saw, and I quickly walked away.
Oh my God, but then you just have to wait till they finish. Like, what do you do then? Like, you're just sitting on the curb like, all right, minding my own business, twiddling my thumbs here.
Yeah, you go on Instagram and you'd be really pissed off and you just sit there.
Just kill
Just
time.
sit there and scroll through your Instagram feed for about, what, how long? How long were you there?
About 40 minutes.
Wow, nice
wow.
work, sis. Yeah.
Yeah, so she comes stumbling back my way, holding hands with this douche, Tyler, and they're
I like how we went from a good guy to a douche because now your truck is involved.
yeah, he walked her back, kissed her goodnight right in front of me, and then went to shake my hand. I
You're like,
was
no.
actually the most angry that I shook his hand. As he said goodnight, and he told my sister that he would call her. But she kept saying what a great guy he was. Like, she really thinks it was going to be something, and so I tried to be supportive. I'm her big brother, and the reason I'm calling is this guy ruins my whole experience, and now he's ghosting my sister.
Oh.
After all that, he ghosted her. My sister's really upset about it, and which makes me furious.
Yeah.
So wait, so you're calling for your sister so that we can call him and you can get her a second date?
I don't want to get her a second date. I'm calling to find out why he ditched my sister like that. I want answers.
Oh.
Whoa, the brother's
Okay.
coming in.
And if it's a good reason, are you going to be like, hey, will you go out with her again? Or,
I mean, if there's a legitimate reason, sure. But I don't see how there could be when you just get someone's number and then you don't talk to them for 2 weeks.
yeah. Well, he did more than get her number. I just want to remind you that. He got more than a number.
Dude.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
No problem. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and find out why he's not calling your sister back and maybe end up getting your sister a second date.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
And it's a beautiful day here for your second date update. The hills are a beautiful rolling green. The grass has been perfectly manicured while the employees of a company golf tournament get properly tuned up by taking shots on every single hole before the action really starts, because everybody knows the game really starts after the golf tournament, where the employees get even more tuned up and in the night by hooking up in the back of their brother's truck. It's the Masters, a tradition unlike any other.
Oh, beautiful.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Welcome back to the second part of our second date update today. And why the golf intro? That's because Peter is on the phone, and Peter doesn't want a second date today. Peter wants to get his sister a second date, or at least find out why the dude that hooked up with her in the back of his truck at his company's golf tournament won't call her back. Peter, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Peter, I forgot to ask you, does your sister know you're doing this?
No.
She doesn't.
Do you think she's going to want that?
My sister's really upset about this. She really liked him, so.
All right.
There we go.
What's your sister's name, by the way? I never got her name.
Leah.
Leah, okay. And when I call this dude for the second date update, I'm just going to say that she wants to know before I bring you on the phone, okay?
All right. Appreciate it.
Well, let's do this. There's a slight easterly wind in the air, and I think it is the perfect time to dial the phone number, so let's dial away.
Hello?
Yeah, can I speak to Tyler, please?
Yeah, you're talking to him?
What's up, Tyler? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
Yeah, my name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah, I know the show. Why are you calling?
Oh, you do know the show. Do you listen a lot?
Occasionally, yeah.
Wonderful.
That is a good
Occasionally
review.
is way more than most people do. So thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, but why exactly are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you today because somebody emailed us to do a second date update with you.
You mean that thing you guys do when you go on a date with somebody but you don't call them back and then you guys follow up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
You are an occasional listener. Look at that.
Yeah, but I haven't gone out with anybody.
Well, technically that's true.
Yeah, I guess you are right. This is a girl named Leah that you recently met at a golf tournament. She's wondering why you're not calling her back.
But I didn't go on a date with her.
Yeah.
Right. But you still hung out with her.
Yeah, I mean, there's that crazy golf day. But that's about it. I wouldn't call that a date.
But it's still fun. Like, it sounds like you guys made a great connection. You spent most of the day together from what we know.
From what I can remember.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, according to the report we heard, everybody was hammered, and you guys especially were very drunk.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I know I was, but I still don't understand why she's wanting to call me. I don't even know, how did she get my number?
What?
I'm assuming you gave it to her after you gave it to her.
And it sounds like you guys had quite a connection together. I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me why she'd want to go out with you again.
We flirted. We had a good time. Kissed around the 16th hole, but
You did a
Well-
little more than that.
Yeah. There's a reason that you probably would have gave her your phone number.
look, to be honest, I don't recall anything from that day mostly. It was like the 12th hole is like the last thing I have that I can remember.
For real?
Okay.
Yeah, I remember 12th hole, and I remember getting home in a taxi cab.
Dude, there was like a dinner, there was an auction, there was some other stuff after that. You don't remember any of that.
I've been told all of that happened. Don't have any memory of it.
Okay.
What's the last thing that, I don't know, somebody told you about that you don't remember?
So, well, my friend who took me there, the last thing he told me was that I wandered off, and he didn't see me for a while. He couldn't find me, so he went home, and then I showed up at home in a taxi.
Okay. Well, then have I got news for
Wow.
you, Peter?
Well, obviously, I gave Leah my phone number. You said that already.
Yeah. You did a little bit more than that, though.
I'm confused. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm talking about hooking up with her in the back of her brother's truck.
That was blunt.
Sorry, I just let it slip out there like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What do you mean, no? How could you have zero memory of hooking up with somebody in the bed of a truck?
Well, what? You're serious?
Yeah. I'm completely serious.
Oh, come on, guys. That didn't happen. I would have remembered that.
Well, it sounds like you don't. And I know somebody who does remember it because I think it is burned into his memory for the rest of his life, whether he wants it to be or not.
His?
Yeah, her brother Peter, who actually saw you guys doing that, and he's on the phone and wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Tyler, this is Peter, Leah's brother.
Hi?
That was so awkward, dude. Oh my god.
Seriously? Hi, that's all you gotta say?
I'm sorry?
Could you say that again without it being such a question mark? Like you don't know what you're supposed to say?
Well, I'm just confused. I'm sorry.
Are you confused about the fact that you're a real piece of
Oh.
Well, I'm not. Man, I just don't remember anything.
Peter, don't you think that's, I mean, it's kind of a valid excuse why he hasn't called your sister back since he doesn't remember.
I'm glad to know that. I mean, that makes sense, but at the same time, I can't believe that my sister is feeling so terrible about missing out on hearing from a guy like you.
Oh.
A guy like me? I'm a really nice guy. I would have called her back. It's just I drank too much that day. It's just a circumstance. Oh.
Okay, well, if you're such a good guy, then why don't you call her back now that you know? Because I think she deserves an apology.
I don't even have her number. I don't even know what's going on.
Wait, hasn't she like tried to get a hold of you at all? Hasn't she texted you, Tyler, or called you?
I'm not that I'm aware of. Not from anyone named Leah. I haven't gotten a call.
You're a liar, dude. She said she's called you at least 10 times, left messages. Be a man.
That's a lot of times.
Oh my God, that's the number? Like,
So you-
I'm glad that it's
I have-
amusing to you, Tyler.
oh my God, I saw the number. I just avoided it because I didn't recognize it. You know, thought it was just a bill collector. I'm not going to check my messages if I think they're just trying to get money or sell me something.
Okay, well, now that you know whose number it is, I'd appreciate if you'd call my sister and apologize.
You can tell her that
What?
I'm sorry.
You don't want,
Tyler,
you don't want to call her
the
back?
girl.
Okay.
Tell her.
Look, it's. I mean, whatever happened. I thought she was cute, but I wasn't like attracted. I didn't see anything going further beyond just like a fun.
Okay, no, I don't want to hear anything else out of you, Tyler, other than I'm going to call your sister and you're going to ask her out on a proper date.
Oh.
Really?
I don't think I could do that.
I think you
Don't
can,
feel it.
Tyler, and here's why you can, because if you don't, I happen to know who your boss is.
Whoa.
Because that tournament you were at, that was put on by my company. So if you don't remember what happened at that event, you don't call my sister, apologize, and ask her out on a date. I'm going to report your actions back to your boss.
What? Are you like blackmailing him right now, Peter?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Wait, why would your sister even want to go out with a guy who doesn't remember sleeping with her?
I'm going to give her the chance to turn him down if that's what she wants to do, but he's going to man up and make the call, and if he doesn't, I'm going to get him fired.
Whoa.
Come on, man. Are you serious? You're gonna get me fired over this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
I think he's serious, Tyler. I
Yeah.
would call her.
That's a big
Just
brother.
saying.
It was a drunken mistake. Come on, can't you just give me a pass on this? We've all done stupid stuff.
It was a drunken mistake that happened in the back of my pickup truck, so I'm kind of taking it a little bit personally, Tyler. So you better make this right,
Oh.
In that case, Tyler, would you like to go out with Peter's sister Leah on a second date? We will pay for it.
Well, I guess I don't have much of a choice, so yeah.
This is the start of a romantic story. It really is.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'll be expecting you to call her by tonight at the latest.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, man, this is a beautiful love story.
Yeah, I can't wait for their wedding.
I don't think there's gonna be a wedding, but I'll be calling her.
Great. I'm certainly hoping that there isn't.
All right. Well, that's a successful second date update. Both of you guys take care, all right?
Thank you.
Ugh.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 592 that says, Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Entertaining extortion along with your morning coffee. It's true. It's what we do here.
so
We support
bad.
extortion and blackmail and all other types of crime, really.
We don't
Brooke and Jubal
support
in the
it.
morning, talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Peter wanted to call Tyler. They didn't go out together, but Peter took his sister to a golf tournament. It was like a work golf tournament. And his sister got very drunk and ended up hooking up with this dude, Tyler, in the back of his truck. Not Tyler's truck. Peter, the girl's brother's truck.
Yeah.
And he saw it. And then the dude wasn't calling back. So Peter wanted to do a second date update to confront him about it. And it turns out Tyler didn't remember a single thing. And that's why he wasn't calling her back.
I'm sorry, but in this whole thing, the brother, that's just creepy, man. You don't get involved in your sister's sex life. I mean,
Yeah.
just stay out of it. No.
I think he's been a
No.
good brother. She was
No.
upset. He wants to get to the bottom of
It's
it.
creepy. And then extorting the guy to make him go out with his sister, or like at least apologize, I guess.
Yeah, because it was a work thing. He said, if you don't call my sister and apologize and ask her on another date, then I'm going to tell your boss how drunk you got and what you did in the back of my truck. And the guy was like, okay, I guess I have to. And yeah, I think it's kind of weird, but a lot of people texting in at 78592 say that guy is the best brother ever.
Dude, no.
It's good unless they like fall in love, because then at the wedding you're like, do they really love each other, or does he still just want to keep his job?
Yeah, is he just still scared of
Yeah.
the brother?
Or if they get married, you have the worst brother-in-law ever. I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to be involved in every single thing that you
Yeah,
do.
true.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 33118. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Not many people know this, but people who work in the service industry are incredibly frisky.
Oh,
That's
really?
right. And right now, we got a frisky waiter on the phone. His name is Greg. Sorry, I was sneezing.
He also has allergies.
Whoa.
Man, you bring sexy to the table. You bring sexy to the table, sir.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, my whole intro is ruined now because of my allergies and my sneezing fit. So let's just talk to him. His name is Greg. What's up, Greg?
Hey guys, how you guys doing today?
Well, my allergies are flaring up, and I had this whole intro planned where I was going to call you a frisky waiter and her a lustful waitress and tell a story of how you guys met real quick. But unfortunately, my sneezing got the best of me, so you're going to have to do that, Greg.
Well, I like it because I think I might have some allergies. Women are allergic to me, so maybe you guys can help me out.
Oh, Greg, look at you, king of the Segway for us.
I'm trying.
Wow.
Save the intro so you guys can save me.
Yeah. All right. We can stop now, Greg. It's enough. So, Greg, you're a waiter.
Yes, I am a waiter. I'm probably one of the best waiters around, I'd like to think. But yes, I am in the service industry.
Okay.
Are you frisky? Or was I right? Are you frisky?
I'd like to think that I'm frisky, but I don't know. I try. I definitely try to be frisky.
And is this lovely waitress that you went out with, is this a coworker?
Well, no, not really. I was just at the restaurant she works at.
Okay.
All right. As a customer?
Yeah. I was out with some friends, and we were just having some dinner and some drinks, and she ended up being our waitress.
All
Weird.
right.
Waiters and waitresses eat at other restaurants?
I know. Yeah, mind-blowing. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
It'd be like radio people listening to other radio stations.
Oh, that
Weird.
doesn't happen.
So, were you struck by her immediately when she came up to your table?
I mean, before she came up to my table, I saw her up and almost had my fingers crossed that she would be our waitress. She was, really looking good that night.
Okay. And did you just flat out ask her out on the spot, or?
I did not. Actually, I'd had it happen a couple of times to myself. Women had left their name and number on the receipt after they signed for it, so I kind of stole her ID and I did that. I left Greg and then left my phone number at the bottom of the receipt when I paid the bill.
Oh, nice.
And that actually worked?
It did. She actually texted me like 2 days later it was. I got a text and I didn't even know who it was because I, silly enough, forgot her name. And then I was like, who is this? And then she's like, it's Cynthia. And then I was like, oh, yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. I've tried that so many times, and I know you're going to be surprised by this. Never once have they called me.
I think it was a smiley face I left. I took it up a notch. I took a name, number, and a smiley face.
And probably a big tip to go with it, because no girl is going to call you back if you don't tip well.
Yeah, I went easy 30% that night.
Okay.
All right. So what'd you guys do when you went out?
So we both know this really high-end restaurant we've been wanting to go to. One of my buddies works there. It's usually like really hard to get a reservation. So he was able to, get us in for a table for two. So I thought that was, going to really impress her. And
Sweet. Was she impressed?
she went. So I want to say she was impressed. She ended up going, obviously. So I took that as impressed.
And how was the actual date while you were there? I mean,
it was cool. Honestly, I don't eat at high-end restaurants, so all the food was really interesting. And, it was like a 6-course meal. Everything, it was nice and paced out. I thought we had really good conversation.
Yeah. You're talking like a marathon dinner, though. If you're talking 6 courses, there's a lot that can go wrong when you're committing, 3 hours to a meal, 4 hours?
Yeah, it was about 2.5, 3 hours easily, with getting there and going through all the courses. So, yeah, there was a lot of room for failure in it, but I don't know if I was blind to it, but I never saw anything go wrong. I felt great about it.
Okay. What was the highlight for you?
My highlight was the dessert. It was almost like they were reading my mind because they brought an amazing chocolate 3-layered cheesecake. And
I think, I hate to interrupt you there, Greg, but I think Brooke was asking about the highlight with her and not the food.
Well, I didn't even tell you. She shows up dressed to the nines, and she's sitting across from me, and it was just almost froze me in time that I'm looking at her and can't believe that I'm with her.
The anticipation is actually killing me right now. So what happened? Did you kiss? Did you go home together?
No.
Oh.
So we finished, and I walk her to her car. And then I think we're going in for the kiss. She turns to the side and just gives me a hug.
Oh, wow.
I thought, maybe, okay, it was our first date, and I like that about her. Maybe, she's playing a little hard to get. She gave me a taste, but, it's like I'm not going to give you your dessert, per se, on the first date, because she really went for a side hug.
Like you were saying, it's a first date. Not everybody kisses on a first date.
She gave me the hug, and it kind of motivates you more, to try to, all right, now you've got me, and I'm really into you even more at this point because, I haven't tasted the forbidden fruit.
Don't call it that.
Right.
So I'm really motivated.
Okay, and how many have you talked since that day?
Only text message. I reached out, I texted her, just said I had a great time. She didn't hear from her, and nothing's materialized into meeting up again.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and see if we can find out what happened in your second date update, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We've been doing second date updates for a long time now, and I feel like something keeps getting disrespected over and over again.
Really? What's that?
The side hug. Every time somebody gets a side hug, they always take it as a brush off. But you know what? Maybe the side hug is the new second base.
No.
Yeah,
it's
no, probably not. Yeah. It's actually a terrible thing to get a side hug after a date. And that's what happened to Greg, who is on the phone right now. He's a waiter and was in another restaurant and actually hit on the waitress by writing his phone number down on the receipt. She ended up calling him, and they went out to a very fancy restaurant. But by the end of the date, she just gave him a little side hug, and now she stopped talking to him.
Is there anything that you would do differently second time around, Greg?
I mean, maybe not take her to the fancy restaurant so I had something to shoot for.
Okay. I see you started off too hot, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I came in too big.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I'll dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out if you gave it to her too big.
Usually not a problem, but maybe this time it is.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Cynthia?
This is she?
Hey, Cynthia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Okay, okay. Why are you guys calling me?
Well, I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Who is this again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Don't be too scared, I promise.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, we call you to find out what happened. So we got an email from a dude named Greg.
I'm sorry. No, I don't want to do this. Thank you, though.
But we just have a few questions.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
We just want to ask you a couple questions so that you can find out what happened. That's all.
What?
Whoa, she just hung up.
She left.
Did she? Hello?
Hey, Greg, was that a sufficient enough answer for you?
What is going on?
I mean, when she said she didn't want to talk about me, I was hoping we could dig a little deeper, but apparently she really doesn't want to talk about me, huh?
Wait, hold on, though. Greg, are you... Because a lot of times we do these things, and then you aren't telling us something that you should be telling us.
No. I'm an open book. I'm looking for answers, honestly. I mean, if I could give more information, I would put it all out there. I mean, can you please call her back? Call her again.
All right, I'll dial her phone number and try one more time, okay?
Thanks, Jubal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I really don't want to talk about it. I really don't.
Well, what? I mean, if I can...
I'm sorry. I just don't really want to talk about it. I'm super embarrassed.
Wait, you're embarrassed?
You know, it's my fault. He doesn't have to worry.
Wait, are you
he didn't do anything wrong.
Are you in a relationship or something?
No, it's nothing like that. It's on me. You know, it was my mistake. I shouldn't have gone out with him. Not his fault. Totally mine.
Was it because you guys both work in the service industry or something? You have a rule like you don't date other people in the service industry or something? You know how cops are always like, I don't date other cops.
Do they say that?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Do they say that, Cynthia?
No, it's not that. It's not that at all.
Okay.
I messed up.
You messed up?
Yeah, I messed up.
He doesn't think you messed up. He thinks that you were, I mean, from the sounds of it, he thinks you're perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So that's not a good thing?
No, that's fine. It's fine. It's just really awkward.
Well, can you just tell us anything? Because he's really curious. Like, he's been beating himself up trying to figure out what happened because he really liked you.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely don't want him to feel bad.
So what is it?
Okay. Did he tell you guys how he asked me out?
Yeah, he said that he left his phone number on the receipt when he was sitting at your table.
And we were all shocked that you bought that you wrote him back.
I did, and it's probably the last time I'll do something like that.
So wait, you regretted the date from the moment you texted him after he hit on you?
Okay, here's the thing. The night before, when I was working, another guy left a receipt, and he did pretty much the same thing. He left his name and his number. So I thought I was calling the other guy. He's really attractive. You know, he's definitely more attractive to me than Greg is.
Oh, no. You mixed him up.
Yeah. So when I contacted Greg, I thought I was contacting the other guy, and I didn't realize it until I was on the date.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got the receipts mixed up. Greg's fine. He's fine. He's just not as cute as the other guy.
I'm sure he'll be pumped to know that he's fine.
No, I don't know what to do, though. I just feel really awkward thinking about it. So that's why you want to talk about it. I was really uncomfortable.
Okay, but okay, I get. Like, that would be a really weird moment when you show up to a date thinking one guy's going to be there and a totally different guy's going to be there.
Yeah.
But Greg sounds awesome, and he pulled all these strings for this great date for you. He said you guys had chemistry. I mean...
But I just kept thinking while I was eating, you know, God, this would taste so much better if I was with the other guy.
You know, I'm sure there's research somewhere that food tastes better when you're with a hotter person. I agree with you on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you, out of curiosity, did you ever go out with the other guy?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Really?
And
Well, okay, well, listen, the truth is Greg's date was so much better.
then the hotter guy.
Yeah, and I feel bad, but the hotter guy was hot, so I...
So wait, even though you had a better time with Greg, you still want to pursue hot man?
Yeah, he's really hot.
He must be. All right.
I hope you're not looking for a relationship. That is so shallow.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to be in something really serious, you know, right now. I just want to date hot guys.
Well, Cynthia,
I've been there.
I do need to let you know that Greg is actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
What?
Hey, Cynthia, not that attractive Greg.
Oh,
Sorry, dude.
What?
sucks.
Yeah, it's, I'm a little lost for words right now because, like, I thought you were somebody else.
Wait a minute, Greg. You heard everything? You were listening?
I heard, yeah, unfortunately, but yes, I heard everything.
You heard everything that I was saying to them from the
Yeah, not
start?
attractive, hotter guy. Food would have been better without me. But,
Oh, gosh.
He's really listening.
yeah, so
I am so sorry. I had no idea. I wouldn't have been like that sort of honest, I guess, if I had known you were listening. You're a really nice guy. I'm really sorry.
why didn't you just say something when you first saw me and you realized you made a mistake? We could have went our separate ways.
I didn't know what to do. I was sort of horrified, and the mistake was on me, and I didn't want to be rude, you know. And the restaurant was nice. I'd never been there before. I'd always wanted to go.
Cynthia!
You didn't want to be rude, and then you go through the whole dinner and let me pick up the tab, and you didn't want to be rude. I mean, it
You
seems
asked
a little
me out. You know, it was a date. I didn't know what to do.
date with the wrong guy.
I know, but you didn't know that.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
Cynthia!
Brutally honest.
Man, just I mean, you'd think if at the end, if you knew and you didn't want to tell me, you would have, like, oh, let me get, or at least offered. You didn't even reach for anything. I just picked it all up and thinking
We were on a date.
I know, but you didn't mean to be on the date with me. You meant to be on the worst date with the hotter guy.
Again, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. This is so uncomfortable.
And you said like that my date was better. Like, I mean, I know
Your date was so much better.
Oh my God! So you confirm it,
Rub it in.
Cynthia. You know that makes no sense. You could be like you can grow to be more attracted to people.
Not with me. I kind of I see it and I know it type of a thing.
What is it? Could I get a haircut? Was it my clothes? What?
No, Greg, you're great. There's nothing wrong with you. You're great.
Nothing wrong with you.
Have you ever been there, where you're with someone, but the entire time you're thinking about someone else? I'm sorry, it's just how it was. It was just, that's how it was that whole night for me.
I have been there for the past 3 days thinking about you, and now I get this earthquake hitting me.
Oh.
There's no way you could open up your eyes, up your heart, maybe give him another chance?
Well, you know what? I would be totally willing to go out with Greg again, on a fun friend date.
Friend date?
That would be fun.
Well, then how about it? Cynthia, would you like to go out with Greg again on a fun friend date? We will pay for it.
I'd totally go out with Greg on a fun friend date. Yes, Greg's super nice.
Greg, what do you think about the fun friend date?
I don't want to go on a pity date with you, Cynthia. Why don't you guys just give it to Cynthia and her new hot guy? They can use it, so it's not just not getting used. I mean, at least she'll enjoy herself.
Oh, my God, that's a great idea.
Oh, my God.
There you go, Cynthia. And since it sounds like your current hot dude is a horrible dater, we'll give you at least a decent gift card somewhere.
Oh, my God, thank you, Greg.
Oh,
What about, do I get anything? I mean, this is a big slap in my face.
No, it's not a slap in your face. It's like you said, why waste it,
But we can use it for other things. We don't have to pay for your date with the hot guy.
But he's really hot.
All right, Cynthia, then you know what? Sold. All right, we'll send you out on a date with the hot dude.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, that's so awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Even Jubal can't refuse a hot man.
No, I can't.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 that just says, the worst part is, I know Greg.
Whoa.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about today's second date update. This dude named Greg wanted to call Cynthia. They're both waiters. He was actually at the restaurant she works at. Hit her up and they went out on a date. When we got her on the phone, we found out that she actually thought she was going out with another guy because another dude had slid his number to her too. And she thought she was texting that dude and not Greg. So she showed up and had a less hotter version to go on a date with. But she did end up going on a date with the hot guy and said, even though he's not as cool as Greg, he's a lot hotter, so she'd rather date that guy instead.
I feel so bad for Greg. I mean, I know people are texting in right now that they want to go out with him, but still, that's even a pity date.
Well, listen, this is how guys are, though. She just has a male mentality. We're like, oh, she's annoying. She won't do this and that, but she's hot, so I'll take her.
It's everyone's mentality. Every once in a while, you need hot and dumb, okay?
It's true. But unfortunately for Greg, he had to find out that he's average and pretty fun to be around.
Hey,
And
that
he
is a
lost
good
out
sell.
to hot and dumb.
Well, we all have.
Right,
Everybody
I
texting in at
have.
78592 right now is on Greg's side and said that she's terrible. At least she was honest about it, though. But the end, when we asked if they'd go on a date, she said that they could go on a friend date, a fun friend date together, and he wasn't interested in that.
Come on.
No, poor Greg.
Yeah, he got screwed over twice.
Yeah, and not in a good way.
No, definitely not. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5 presents.
Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You want to know if you're absolutely terrible at dating? We can help you with that with the second date update. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. We have Cameron on the phone right now. Cameron, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Now, your email said that you met a girl named Julia through friends. I do want to point out that your email also said it felt like she just got you.
Aww.
It sounds cornier when you say it out loud. I did feel like she got me. Like, I thought we had a connection.
What'd you guys do during your date?
We went down to like Pioneer area, sort of Safeco area. That whole area is blown up. I love that district.
Okay.
We had dinner down there, and I was gregarious and fun, and she laughed at my jokes.
If I don't say so myself,
Wow,
I was
Cameron.
outgoing and hilarious. But then again, I'm just doing what Cameron does. I'm not Cameron. I'm not making fun of you. I'm sorry. So anyway, you felt like she had a good time. She was laughing at your jokes. You had a good dinner with her.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was giving me good signs.
Okay, like she was maybe like touching your arm or.
Well, okay, not exactly that.
Oh.
right.
But when I dropped her off, we did have a steamy makeout session.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So there was
Okay.
physical contact. She's
Yeah.
into it.
How'd the date end?
I'm trying to think back if she sort of said, "Hey, nice to meet you," or if she was like, "Hey, let's talk soon." I can't exactly remember, but I felt like if I were to text her the next day, she would
Right.
respond. I waited a few days,
Okay.
How many days?
5 days. I waited until the following weekend, like
All right.
Friday, and I sent her a text.
That's a long time.
5 days does seem like a long time. It seems like if I were a girl, it sounds like a starting of a song. If I were a girl, anyway. But I would think 5 days, like maybe the guy has blown me off. So do you think maybe that happened, Cameron?
That's hard to say.
It's like you're losing your forward momentum. If you come off a hot, steamy makeout session, a girl wants to know right away that you also felt it was great.
Yeah, maybe I should have midweek, sent her a message, or
You can't think of any reason why she wouldn't want to call you.
there were some lulls in the conversation, but we didn't clash politically. We avoided those subjects.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, hey
Sweet
Cameron,
Cameron.
we're gonna get her on the phone right after this song and see if we can get an answer for you. Okay.
Hopefully she doesn't really hate me for doing this.
All right. So just hang out for like 3.5 minutes. And we'll get the second part of your second date update. All right.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Cameron's on the phone with us. He emailed us about a girl named Julia who he went on a date with. They had dinner, made out at the end of the night. You waited 5 days to try to get a hold of her via text message. Do you think that maybe you might have waited too long?
I wonder.
Okay.
I wonder.
All right.
Oh, Cameron.
We'll call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone and ask her, okay?
Awesome.
And feel free to go ahead and jump in on the conversation whenever.
And bring out that confidence, Cameron. You got it in you. I know it.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi, is Julia there?
this is she.
Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5.
Oh, hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Nice.
It's always a weird follow-up question.
I know,
Like,
right?
you just called to say hi.
Calling to see what you're up to, how things been. How's life? We haven't talked in a while, Julia, or ever, have we?
Yeah.
I'm calling you because I wanted to ask you a question about somebody you know.
Okay.
Do you have any idea of who I might want to call you about?
No.
How familiar are you with our show?
I'm familiar.
Okay. Have you ever heard the second date updates before?
Yes.
What if I were to tell you that somebody emailed us about going on a date with you?
Oh.
Take it
Now
away.
now can you guess who it might be that wants to find out why you didn't call them back after you guys went on a date?
Was it Mike?
Oh,
It is
wow.
not Mike.
Interesting.
Okay.
You think we could narrow it down some more? Sounds like there's a lot of options. Not calling a lot of men back.
Okay, go ahead. Guess again. I want to see if you can guess it now. It's not Mike. It's somebody else that you went on a date with recently.
Cameron, I think.
Oh, I think.
Cameron, you think? That's it.
I don't know.
It's Cameron. It's Cameron.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
He emailed us because he wants to know why you guys went out and you never called him back. He said he sent you a text like 5 days after your date. And you didn't respond.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind telling us why?
It was a fine date. We got along.
Okay.
He let us know that there was kind of a hot and steamy makeout session at the end of the night.
Yes, there was. I admit it.
It's okay. It's okay. So you were into him, right?
I mean, it was kind of weird because he smelled like a girl.
He smelled like a girl.
Like he was wearing like women's perfume.
What?
I don't know if like he had been with a girl earlier that day or he just has like a weird like lady perfume fetish or
Julia, guys' cologne sometimes could smell like women's perfume. Do you think
True.
that maybe he just made a bad selection?
no, this was like flowery, like Marc Jacobs smelling.
Oh.
Like my best friend wears the same perfume.
Hey, Julia.
Yeah.
Cam's on the phone with us.
What?
Hey,
Hi.
what's up?
What's up?
Cameron.
I'll help you out, Cameron.
No,
Cameron.
I'm not fond of men's cologne. I think it's too musky and musty and weird.
What?
So
Okay, so you were wearing women's perfume?
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's fine.
to
I
each
mean,
their
whatever,
own.
whatever your scent is, man. But
sometimes I wear a little touch of like a subtle women's perfume.
So, Cameron, can I ask you this? I think wearing women's perfume, that's fine. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But does it go beyond women's perfume ever?
I'll answer that with a resounding no.
So it's just
because the perfume doesn't match the underwear is what we're asking. All right.
It does not.
So, Julia, you were just turned off by the fact that Cameron smelled like a girl.
Yeah.
And that's the reason you didn't call me, Julia?
Yes.
Is that the only reason?
Also, I didn't really think you were that good of a kisser.
Oh, girl.
That's a whole nother thing.
That's
That
messed
sounds
up.
mean.
What was bad about his kissing?
It's just like a lot of like saliva.
He just kissed like a woman, didn't he? Is that what you
But his lips were so soft.
Well, Julia, we'll pay for the second date. If you'll go out with Cameron again, we will pay for it.
That is so nice. However, I don't think so.
Really?
I think it just would be not.
What if he agrees not to wear perfume?
Yeah.
I mean, there just wasn't a connection.
All right.
Okay.
You're scared that he's going to show up for the date and you guys are going to be wearing the same top and it's going to be awkward.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Second date update.
We've got a guy on the phone for a second date update. His name is Chase. Oh, man. Chase.
You like that name,
Yeah,
buddy?
Chase. That's one of those cool guy names that I always wish that my parents had chosen for me when I was younger.
You're right. What up? It's Chase.
Chase. That's always a cool kid. But
Dude, okay.
instead, they gave me, lady repellent name, Jeffrey.
Yeah. At least it's not spelled Geo.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, you're not a John.
I mean,
Yeah, it could have been worse, I guess,
Yeah.
but still didn't stand a chance. Anyway, in his email, Chase says he doesn't know why his date left early, but he's hoping he can turn things around and maybe make it to fifth base with her.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just hoping Jeffrey keeps his panties on during this
But-
second date.
Then we'll see. Chase.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he wore
I bet he plays the guitar too.
Yeah. You play guitar, Chase?
No, I don't.
Disappointing. Skateboard? Where are you at, Chase? You do something.
You do something cool.
Yeah, I live in Vegas.
There we go.
Okay, that's a total Chase Vegas.
Typical Chase move.
Right?
Yeah.
So tell us about the girl you want us to call today, Chase. What's her name?
Her name is Rachel.
Okay, and how'd you meet Rachel?
Well, we met on Tinder.
Okay.
Thought she was hot. She had a nice face, crooked smile,
Crooked smile.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like smirk?
Right.
She had the little, pirate vibe going to her. You know what I mean?
Okay, now you lost me.
Yeah.
She has one eye and a parrot on the shoulder.
A little bit of scurvy going on.
Eye patch, wooden leg.
Oh, I got that vitamin C for you, girl.
No, not the pirate you're talking about. I'm talking about, the hot Hollywood pirate, in the movies and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Scarlett Johansson.
You found yourself a naughty little pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded
Did you tell her that?
Oh, absolutely. I did tell her that. I was like, you know what? This might be a little awkward, but it kind of reminded me of like a pirate. And she of course she didn't know how to take that like you guys did, but I explained it to her and she was with it. I guarantee she was with it.
I don't know.
Well, hey, man, if it works, then it works.
If someone called me a pirate, I could not stop but do pirate voice the rest of the date. Like, arr!
I know, like, how do you take that seriously?
Shiver me timbers, you want my booty.
So what did you and Pirate Girl do for your date?
You know, I was hoping for it to like end quick, you know, so we can go back and make some bed creaking noises, like some.
What?
Oh, dang.
What did you just say? You didn't want your date to last because you just wanted to go home. Oh my God.
He just wanted to make the noises with his mouth. He didn't want to actually do
Chase,
anything.
that was terrible.
I mean, come on, it's Tinder. It's a Tinder hookup.
Yeah, come on. He called her a pirate, Brooke. What do you expect?
Okay, I guess I'm on board. All right.
All right.
So
No. We just went and got some milkshakes, you know. It was super chill, just hung out, talked.
you are all over the place.
Yeah.
Like at 1 minute, I'm thinking that you're just going to go take a couple shots and head back to your house, and you're out getting milkshakes.
Well, that's why I got to keep him on the toes. Like, I can't have her guessing the next move I'm going to do. I need to keep her, you know.
All right.
So what did you and Rachel do on your date? What did you guys talk about?
Well, like I said, we were just chilling, shooting the, stuff, and I told her about my bar that I want to open up. It's actually a tequila bar.
Mm-hmm.
A tequila bar?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude, I love
All right.
The bartenders are going to be totally hot. I mean, they're straight up like models during the day, and then at night they come work.
Of course.
So you guys just want to go to the part. The only idea he has is hiring hot chicks. That's
Yeah.
like that's not really a business
Sold.
plan.
You
guys.
don't need to have a business plan if you have hot chicks behind the bar.
20 shots, please, right now.
No, I'm not telling you everything. I'm just giving you highlights here and there, or else
Okay,
I can't tell you guys the entire bar. But I even got the name.
What's that?
The Worm.
The Worm. Oh, the Worm at the bottom of a tequila.
Tequila bar, okay.
Oh, I was
Alright.
thinking about the little worm in all boys' pants. Not
Brooke's always trying to act that W.
Brooke should already be not allowed inside your bar, by the way.
Okay.
86 her.
So let's get back to the date. What happened after you guys had milkshakes together?
I mean, I wanted to have her come to my place, so I whipped out my phone, showed her some pictures, showed her my hot tub, you know what I mean? And
Oh, you have a hot
You have a hot tub?
Of course you
so
have
Chase.
a hot tub.
Well-
I bet it hasn't been cleaned in a month and a half either, Chase.
It's actually just a bucket that he puts hot water into.
Gross, dude.
Blow some bubbles in there.
no, it's not even that. Not even that.
Yeah, it's so foamy.
Yeah.
That is a foamy hot tub, I
So
guarantee
bad.
it.
So, I was showing her pictures of my place and all, and then, all of a sudden she acted I don't know, she made, a weird face, and she was looking down on her phone, and then here it comes, oh, I got a text. I have to go. And I'm like, I didn't hear a buzz. I didn't, feel the vibration of the table. I felt like she just kind of faked that.
Oh.
It is a pretty, solid go-to move if you need to get out of a date.
Oh, classic.
Well, did she say what the text was?
She's like, it's an emergency. And I was like, well, I mean, I can help you. And she goes, no, it's not that kind of an emergency.
Okay, now that
Whatever that's supposed to mean, I don't get that.
It sounds like the emergency was her leaving. That's pretty clear that she apparently saw something and was not into it.
Yeah, but the first 20 minutes, it wasn't like that. It was a good time. She was laughing, smiling. I mean, I thought I was funny, you know what I mean? But so that's why I think it's kind of sketchy, because she went from 0 to 100, real quick. All of a sudden, she was just not in it.
And girls
So
do
100
not,
to 0.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
And girls do not say no to jacuzzis. Nobody does.
That
So
is
that's
not true,
something
dude.
bad.
There is a lot of women that won't get in those.
No, she's actually very right. That's actually a first for me. Nobody has ever denied this jacuzzi.
See?
Trust me, I've had this picture on my phone for 2 years, and nobody ever denies it.
I wouldn't.
Okay, so you want to get Rachel back on the phone so you can seal the deal.
Yeah, I just want to see what's up.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, it is pretty amazing to go in 20 minutes from she's all in to absolutely no way.
Yeah.
Have you talked to her?
I've texted her, haven't gotten nothing back, so I feel like she's ghosting me a little bit.
Yeah,
Pirate
she for sure
ghost.
is. Yeah. Pirate ghost?
Ghost
Oh my God,
pirate?
it's
Oh,
so
man.
good.
All right, well, we're going to play a song. We'll come back. We're going to call Rachel for you and try and get you your second date update. All right, Chase?
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, man, hold on. Right now, there are ladies all over the country who are sliding out of their undies and tossing them straight at the radio.
You mean ladies? I am too, bro.
Are they?
Well, Because we're on the phone with the master of seduction. His name is Chase.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And Chase recently went out with a girl named Rachel, who he describes as a sexy pirate type. You know the kind. And then they went out for milkshakes. They discussed his idea for a tequila bar, and he invited her back to his place for a little soak in his hot tub.
Hot tub action, baby.
And that's when she claimed to get a text from a friend saying it was an emergency and she had to get going.
Yeah, and let's also remember that all this happened in a 20-minute period.
Yeah.
It's very fast.
Well, you can't plan for when these emergencies happen.
Yeah, I guess.
Isn't that right, Chase?
Hey, I mean, you gotta always be prepared. Come on.
Gotta keep the hot tub warm at all times.
Is there anything in you that believes that maybe she actually did tell the truth and had an emergency?
The way that the date was going, I don't see it, but we'll see. This is where you guys are gonna try to help me out, and I even throw you guys a little incentive.
Oh.
You guys listening up?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Chase has got an offer for us.
All right. So you guys know that I'm going to be opening my bar very soon.
Uh-huh.
If you guys get me another date with this girl so I can seal the deal as a round of shots on me at my new bar.
All right.
I guess that's better than the hot tub invite that I thought we were about to get, so I'll take it.
No, let's just do the bar first, and then we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Brooke, I bet you are invited to the hot tub. Maybe not Jeff and I.
We'll see what
There you
happens
go,
with
Brooke.
that.
Brooke, think about it, all right?
Okay.
Oh, see?
Yeah, I'll think about it there, Chase.
FT Dubs.
Oh, right. The name of your bar.
Right, all right. Okay. Well, let's get back to the second date update. We're going to call Rachel for you right now, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's dial the phone number. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Rachel, please?
This is her.
Hi, Rachel. This is young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Okay.
Does that impress you?
You can say no, it's okay. It doesn't impress many people.
What if I told you I have a hot tub?
What's going on?
I apologize. We're doing a radio show here, and on our show we have a segment called the Second Date Update. That's what we're doing with you today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can tell that you're a little bit confused. I'll keep explaining. A second date update is where if you go out with someone and afterwards you're not calling them back, that person can email us and ask us to reach out to the person that they want us to, and we'll try and figure out the reason why.
I don't, like, who's doing this?
Well, it's a very sensual man named Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Didn't see that coming.
Do you remember who we're talking about? I mean, I feel like it's probably pretty hard to not remember Chase. He definitely left an impression on us. Did he leave a good impression on you or an impression? I don't know about good or not.
Like, what did he tell you?
Well, he told us that you guys met on Tinder.
Okay.
That he thought you were a sexy pirate or like a sexy pirate.
Yeah.
She does like the sexy pirate thing.
Okay.
We were a little shocked that would work, but apparently it did. Chase also said that he took you out for milkshakes.
Yeah. That was weird.
See, I thought so too. I was like, okay, Chase, he's talking about a sexy pirate. You're obviously going to get shots, right? Am I right? Was that what you were thinking too?
Well, he just gave me an address to meet him at. And so, like, I thought I knew where it was. So I didn't really put it into the GPS or anything. And I get to this parking lot, and I'm like, this can't be it. And then I put it into the GPS, and it is, because he was meeting me at a Burger King.
A Burger
A Burger
It's just not maybe the best first date impression, I think, is, fast food you kind of want to steer away from.
Right.
I mean, location aside, what'd you think of him?
He's cute, and he's very confident, but I think the more that he talks, the more douchey he gets.
Yeah. He wasn't cute enough to, compensate for that?
No, because then he started bragging about some bar that he's going to open with, all these hot models.
Yeah. He told us about that.
He was just throwing everything at me. He said that he had a boat.
A boat?
And,
of course Chase did.
So I said, what kind of boat is it? And he's like, well, actually, it's not my boat. It's my friend's boat.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Yeah.
Well, when you're a young guy, if your friend has a boat, it is your boat.
And literally.
Right.
I eventually pretended to get a text after he whipped out his phone to show me pictures of his apartment and his jacuzzi. And, like, really, I just thought he was bragging. But clear as day in the picture, his image in the window, when he's taking a picture of the jacuzzi out the door, you can see in the glass him naked.
Oh, what? That was definitely on purpose, right? Does that feel like that was on purpose, or do you think he didn't realize?
Totally.
He legit just wanted to show me his stuff on our first date at Burger King.
At Burger King.
No way.
I mean, it sounds pretty romantic to me. I don't see what the problem is.
No, Jeff, that is like rude.
Well, what? You weren't impressed?
I mean, it's a subtle junk pic, I guess, if you're going to do a junk pic on the first date.
Oh, my God.
I mean, after speaking with Chase, I feel like this could be something that he does by accident.
You think that?
I don't know.
What are you talking about? It sounds exactly what he would do, like, on purpose.
Well, let's bring Chase on the phone and ask him directly, because he's been listening on the other line this entire time, Rachel. We didn't tell you that.
Shut up.
I won't. Chase?
Rach, my girl.
Oh,
no, he did
all right.
not.
It was.
Like that.
It was on purpose.
What are you doing?
Chase, I didn't know that you were on the phone, but that was all true.
Oh.
I knew you were making up that text, though. I just knew it.
Did you know
I
you were
knew
showing
it,
me a
but-
picture of your junk?
How'd you not like the pic of the jacuzzi? It's a huge jacuzzi.
Oh, my God. You can't call your junk the jacuzzi now, Chase. Okay? We all know what you're doing.
That's slick.
No, that's not what I'm doing. You guys think you know my game, but you guys are so wrong. No, that's not it.
Dude, unsolicited naked pictures, not cool, man.
I mean, I didn't even realize that, to be
I
honest.
didn't realize.
Look, I knew it. I knew, Chase, you were a good guy. Honest mistake.
Yeah, good guys always accidentally have big pics of their junk.
Yeah, and are always accidentally taking pictures in front of very reflective surfaces, totally butt naked.
Well, maybe the lighting was right at the time, and he couldn't wait.
Yeah, Chase.
Like I said, usually once I send that jacuzzi pic, it's a done deal.
Oh, that's why he sends
I mean, Rachel, don't you feel bad that you were accusing Chase?
You know what? Yeah, I do. We should totally go hook up on his friend's boat.
All right.
I knew you had it in you, Rach.
No, she's
Oh my God, shut up, Chase. She is being sarcastic. Chase, I honestly think you need to apologize to her right now.
You want me to apologize for being so big?
No, that is not what I said.
I think we got bird's eye and panoramic views on the
That's
phone.
like a slap in the face to God. Like, that's disrespectful.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Brooke.
Oh
Why are
my
you trying to slap
God.
God in the face right
Oh
now?
my God.
This is why we can't hang out with you anymore, bro.
This dude, I'll apologize to Rachel. Rachel, I am sorry.
Yeah.
Look, time out. Hold on, Rach. Brooke, do you want to see the picture of the jacuzzi?
I don't. Listen, Chase, I've seen plenty of jacuzzi pictures in my time, okay?
Not this one, honey.
Yeah, you know what?
Can't handle your jacuzzi,
I
bro.
can handle all the jacuzzis, all right? I'm sure Rachel can too. Rachel, do you need any more jacuzzis in your life from Chase?
God, no.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Well, hold
Oh
on.
my God.
Before you start throwing around things like that, I need to ask you, Rachel, would you be willing to go see Chase's jacuzzi?
No.
We'll send you guys out on an official date and we'll pay for it.
I can answer for her.
I mean, maybe this time we could go to, like, Wendy's and get a Frosty.
All right, look, Rach, you're really playing a joke on me. I know you want to come out with the Chase man. I know it. And, like, it might be a little scary since you're on the radio, but I know once we get off the radio, you're going to be calling me and you're going to want to come see the jacuzzi and everything.
Oh, my God.
Wow, she sounds hot. She's getting hot in there.
She sounds speechless.
Chase, I'm going to be honest with you right now and let you know that there is no part of me that wants any part of you or your jacuzzi, and I think maybe you should just stop contacting me.
Oh.
Don't tell me no.
Yeah.
I will.
It's just mind-boggling to me.
Well, this is your first big no, Chase. And what you do with that is you just shut the chapter and move forward.
Yes.
You're done with Rachel.
Maybe learn something,
All right.
man.
Well, if that's the case, Brooke, can I get your number?
Yes.
All right. You guys let me know because Rach is
bouncing on me, so Brooke sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. I'm very happy to be married right now.
You know what? I've heard them all, sweetie, and that does not stop me. It took you, about 15 minutes to tell me you were married?
Oh, she didn't say it first.
You are so gross.
She was hiding it.
Shut up, Jose.
You and your husband can join Chase in the jacuzzi all together. Now it's a party.
Tequila's on Chase. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
He's been on with us 5 times before for second date updates. One of our most beloved listeners.
Oh, absolutely.
It is Guru on the phone.
Yes.
Whoa!
What's up, man? How you doing?
I feel good. Guru woke up with a smile this morning.
Does Guru ever not wake up with a smile?
Never, Jubal.
Yeah, that's what
Never,
I thought.
especially
Okay.
when it's a day Guru's going to talk to you guys. Grin as wide as the ocean from the minute Guru wakes up.
Just to remind everybody, Guru, this is your 6th second date update. You've done 5 previous. The last time we did a second date up with you, you got a second date. You got to go out with the girl again. How did that go?
Well, I went pretty well with Mallory for a while. Eventually she moved. Guru wanted her address to send her a letter and stay in touch, and I could just never really secure that address.
So Mallory just took off and wouldn't give you the address, huh?
Yeah, some people, when they move, they're really just moving away from themselves, and I'm afraid that's what it was with Mallory.
Or they're moving from like Magnolia to Queen Anne, and they just don't want to tell you about it.
Guru, I could tell that I could tell when we talked to Mallory that she was scared of herself and was just trying to get away from it. I could tell.
Yeah, I think she loved Guru, but she didn't love Mallory. And you gotta love Mallory before you can love Guru.
You gotta love yourself before you can love someone else, right, Guru?
You gotta love yourself. Jubal, you gotta love yourself, and you know that better than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
I love Jubal more than Jubal.
That's right.
And I think that's beautiful.
So, Guru, can we hear about the new girl? What about this latest date?
Oh, shut me up if I go on too long, because Ellie is really something special.
Oh,
She's really
nice.
something special.
What's her name?
Her name's Ellie.
Ellie?
Isn't it pretty? Say it. Say it again, Jubal.
Ellie.
Say it again.
Ellie. You know what? Yeah, I got
Okay.
you. I got you, Guru. It is a
All right.
beautiful name.
Music.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to meet her. I told her all about
It's wonderful, but I want to hear more about her than just her name, Guru. Come on.
Well, we met at a dog park. I don't own a dog, but I like to go to dog parks. It's a service Guru provides to the city. Talk to the owners about how important it is to spay and neuter your pet. Maybe we can do a segment on that later.
You know what, Guru? Hey, that is an important thing to do as a guy who needs to get his cat spayed, and she's gotten. It's really you need to get those things spayed and neutered. So, but that's one of your new efforts is tell people to do that.
Yeah, it's one of many. I just go by if I have some free time. Then Guru goes to a dog park and hands out these pamphlets, and so I saw Ellie, and I saw her from across the park, and Guru walked right up to her. And I said, you are beautiful like nature. I just think it speaks to purity, speaks to her being a pure, true, beautiful person.
Yeah.
And she understood that right away, and she nodded. So we started talking. And then Guru asked her out, and she said yes.
She said yes, okay. And then what'd you do when you guys met up?
We thought we'd do kind of an indoor picnic. And so I've been cooking a lot of healthy ideas, a lot of things I've been thinking about coming up with. But my place is being, fumigated. So she said I could use her kitchen.
Okay.
So we went to her place. I found out that on a lot of foods, the skin is the healthiest part of the food. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, anything with the skin, but fruits and vegetables, skin's healthy. So Guru had this idea. I woke up smiling. I had this idea, skin kebabs.
Okay.
So,
You need to preface it with like fruit skin kebabs or something, because I think if you're proposing that to someone, it could come off a little creepy.
Oh.
Did you tell her you were going to go over to the house and make skin kebabs, or did you just do it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I said skin kebab. I'm just writing fruit skin down. Hold on. fruit skin.
He's right.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. When I work on my cookbook soon, it's going to definitely say fruit skin, not just
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
You got to specify, Guru. You got to specify with that one.
So I cooked for her, having a great time. She laughed. I laughed. Sometimes I laugh first, just to let her know it's okay to laugh. And then she said she had to go, and she left. And I thought maybe she wanted me to go with her, so I, followed her. But then she, got on a bus. I'm sure she meant to, say goodbye more because I was already starting to miss her so bad.
Guru, has she made any effort to contact you since this sort of mysterious end to your date?
Probably. I'm sure she wants to hear from me, and she probably made efforts to connect. But, Guru's, hard man, you guys know, to track down. I'm very busy. A lot of people pulling me in all directions.
Well, yeah, because, you got a book you're working on. You got your cookbook. You got your efforts at the dog park. You got all kinds of stuff, man.
Also, you don't own a cell phone, so that makes contacting you a little difficult.
Yeah, it's harder. But, you guys find a way. And Guru's tried a couple times to call, haven't reached Ellie. And I just love to connect with her. I'd love to connect with her heart. And then, maybe...
It starts with the heart, and then it leads to other regions.
Yeah.
You know how it works.
Start at the heart. Start at the heart.
Yep. There's another thing for your book. What do we do, Guru? We start at the heart. That's right.
At the heart. That's right. People, I miss you, man.
I know.
I miss you a lot.
We always learn stuff when we're together, man. What did we learn before?
Winners aren't quitters.
That's right. And what did we learn today?
Start at the heart.
That's right. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we'll play a song, come back, you know how the drill works, and then we'll call her and see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
And also, when you put Guru on hold, you guys play the best music. I just got to tell you.
All right. Hey, we'll just dance to this, and then we'll come back and call her, all right?
I'm going to dance, and we're going to come back and call Ellie and start at the heart.
Yep. That's exactly what we're going to do.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Here we go, Guru. Are you ready to give Ellie a call?
Guru's all strapped in, ready to go. You got to take risks if you want to get love, right? That's what you said.
That's what I said. That's what I firmly believe. You know that.
I just hope Ellie's willing to take the same risks as Guru.
And you know whatever happens, Guru, you got your family right here with you.
Right here.
Yep.
We got you.
I got you guys. Guru's always got you. I know that. That's been a big help to me.
You said you're strapped in with that seatbelt. Well, there's other passengers in the car, okay?
Yep. I'm driving. Lydia's rolling shotgun.
Where's Guru sitting?
You're in the back right behind me.
Or on top of the hood.
Okay.
Wherever you want to sit, Guru.
I love visualizing. It's been very important in Guru's life, so I really need to see this picture.
Yeah.
now.
No, you're right back there, man. We're jamming out to some music, just kicking it, you know? See?
Okay.
Here we go. Just relax, Guru. We're calling her right now.
You always get so nervous during this time.
All right, man. Remember, you got to be quiet until I tell you to, okay?
Okay, I'm being quiet.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Ellie, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Ellie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. What's going on?
Nothing. You're calling me from the radio?
I am. I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with a listener to our show.
Okay.
Someone who's actually a big contributor on the air with us. I guess I could call him that. He's an eccentric kind of guy. He's a lot of fun. His name is Guru.
Yeah, I should go out recently with Guru. If you could call it that.
That's why we're calling you, because Guru likes you.
Okay.
And he's wondering if you did something wrong on his date. What's your first impression of Guru?
I'm sorry. This is just so... Okay, so basically you're saying he asked you guys to call me because he likes me.
Yes. Now, you know Guru's a little unconventional.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely putting it mildly. So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say when we went out on this so-called date, like what happened?
Guru actually told us that you guys went back to your place so he could cook you a meal, something special that he had thought up.
Let me just start out by saying, first of all, that he showed up to my door 2 hours earlier than when we said we were going to meet.
Oh,
and he's got these bags in his hand, like all these groceries in his hand.
He just showed up at your house?
And I just didn't even know what to say. So I said, "Hey, Guru, how's it going?" And he says, "I am going to make a really good treat for you. I'm going to make you skin kebabs."
Yeah.
no!
I talked to him about, I talked to him about the skin kebab thing. It sounds creepy, and I told him that. I was like, dude, call it something else. He means like skins of, I'm sure you know what he means by now.
I was just happy that he didn't mean like, human skin.
Yeah.
I was really freaking out.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
So I did kind of find him like funny, obviously, because he's just crazy.
He's funny.
And a little charming because he was very overexcited to make me these kebabs that were healthy, and he's just found a new way to make sure that people get enough fiber in their diet. All this stuff about diet and health.
Yeah.
But I said, "Hey, Guru, just out of curiosity, how did you find my address? Like, how did you get here?"
Wait, you didn't give him your address?
No.
Then how did he know where you lived?
He said he did, and I still don't understand what he means by this, but he said he did a reverse lookup. And that kind of creeped me out, too. I was like, all right, that's really bizarre. I don't even know what that means.
I'm not going to get into this, but I know that there's websites you can pay to get people's addresses from their phone
Of
numbers.
course you know that.
But I know that Guru also doesn't have a ton of cash. So he's probably not doing that. Don't worry about how I know that, all right, you guys?
So creepy, dude.
But I'm guessing Guru didn't sign up to one of those websites. Ellie, can I just ask Guru?
Right now?
Right now, because he's on the other line listening.
Oh, my gosh.
Guru?
Hey.
Hey. Say hi to Ellie.
Very clear. Who told you, Ellie, that it's in my cookbook. I have a whole chapter on prep time. You need prep time.
No.
For
Guru.
2 hours
Hey,
of
Guru.
Prep time.
Guru. First, we got to find out how you found Ellie's address. It's not a good idea to show up to somebody's house unannounced, especially if you don't have their address.
No.
Well, sometimes you think something's going to impress somebody, and sometimes it doesn't impress them.
That's true. How did you get her address, though, Guru?
Well, I spent some more time at the dog park, and I thought maybe that Russ dropped a toy one day, and so Guru just followed her back to give her the toy, but then it wasn't a toy.
So you're saying that you followed me home? Like that's what you're telling me? You actually followed me home?
It felt like following us home. Because I really think we could be something special.
Guru, it's kind of like you were following your future.
We were following our future, Ellie. And you're so beautiful. And I close my eyes and you come to me like a hummingbird. And you just float there because your arms, I noticed, are a little smaller. And I feel like you just float. We had so much in common when we met. And you were wearing a vest, and I was wearing a leather vest. And I just thought we'd fit on so many levels.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Guru, sorry I came over a little bit early. I just thought you might like a surprise.
Okay.
You seem like someone who likes surprises. So
you know what?
You.
The more important thing is, I really think that aside from what I was telling these guys that happened, you got to understand there's some things that you did that would really put people off. I mean, you said to me after you made this skin kebab, you said, "Hey, if this date works out, can I crash here because my place is being fumigated?" And I just met you, and it was just weird that you started barking at my dog and saying that you understood what he was saying.
Well, I think here we're just going to have to agree to disagree. We make a choice to live our life with the doors open or doors closed, and I'm a doors wide open kind of guy. So you look like a doors wide open, lady to me. So I thought it wouldn't be a problem. I didn't mean to.
Hey, Guru, again, that's not. I mean, I know what you're trying to say, but to call a lady a doors wide open kind of lady just doesn't have the right ring to it.
Yeah, Guru, I think you are a beautiful soul. You shouldn't change yourself necessarily, but you understand what Ellie is saying.
Yeah, Guru's ears are always wide open to anything coming in, but it's, I try to stop pain at the door a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is all, Ellie's probably in a lot of pain too, and that's hard for her to talk about. So Guru tries to be sensitive. Oh, it's a hard one, guys. It's a hard one for Guru.
Well, let's see, Guru. It's not over yet. Ellie, would you like to go out on a second date with Guru? We will pay for it. Okay.
No,
I had to ask. Guru, I'm sorry.
I saw that one coming even before you did, Jubal.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it didn't work out for you, man, but you learned a lesson today.
Oh, yeah, I think you're a pristine, glorious slice of beauty. And, I wish you all the best.
Aw.
Guru, will see you down the road. And I wish you a ton of happiness. And I hope it comes right to you. And I hope you know when it's there.
Okay, thank you, Guru. I appreciate that, and right back at you.
Do me a favor, Ellie. Give Russ a hug for me when you see him, and maybe a little bark.
Give the dog a little bark from Guru, okay, Ellie? Thank you for your time,
I will
Ellie.
do that.
Appreciate it. And Guru,
Okay, I will do
miss
that.
you, Ellie.
Guru, at least you learned one thing today. And where do we start?
Jubal, start at the heart.
Yes.
Damn right, Guru.
Even though today mine feels more like a piece of concrete than a trampoline, we're going to get things right, Jubal.
That's right.
We're going to get it right. I miss you guys.
Stay in touch, all right?
All right, I'll see you in the studio.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I will give you the address, so I'm not surprised when you show up here, okay?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Look, in the oven. It's a cake. It's a pie.
What?
No, it's Captain Casserole. That's right. Able to chop faster than a magic bullet from QVC. More powerful than a ninja food processor. Able to peel a potato with a single slice. Captain Casserole. His food hits your plate and your pants hit the floor.
Get it, Captain
That's his
Casserole.
superpower.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in for the second date, Jesse is on the phone. Jesse is now better known as Captain Casserole. And why do I call him that? Because Jesse went out on a date with Adrian, and he made her his famous chicken casserole, he says. They ate it. They had a good time. But during that date, he showed her his comic book room. I guess he's a big collector of comic books. And he thinks that she might have been turned off by that because after he showed her that, the conversation seemed kind of forced, and then she left, and now she will only respond to him if he's like, hey, how are you? She'll respond to that, but every time he asks her out, she says she's busy. So we're about to get her on the phone and find out if it was the comic books that turned her off. You ready to go, Captain Casserole?
Yeah, I just want to know. I mean, that's all I can think of is that maybe it was my comic book.
Let's not forget you're also wearing a Green Lantern ring to top it all off.
I think it's cool. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Captain Casserole. I'm going to be your sidekick. Kid Dyson. Captain Casserole and Kid Dyson.
Dyson, huh?
Yeah. That's a brand of kitchen stuff, isn't it?
No, it's a vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shows how well I know cooking. All right. I'm going to dial the phone right now. Hey, either way, we can get all the household stuff done. I'll still be Kid Dyson.
Yeah, you can cook, you can clean.
All right, here we go. Kid Souffle may be better. Kid
Cuisinart.
Souffle.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's better.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Adrian, please?
Yes, this is she.
Adrian, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? Who is this?
Yeah, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Oh, okay. What is this regarding?
This is regarding a date that you recently went on. We do I'll tell you what it is before you get too weirded out. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. You recently went out with a guy named Jesse, and he emailed us about you. So we're calling to find out why you're not calling Jesse back.
Well, this is really weird to be put on the spot like this.
I know, I understand. Do you not want to go out with him again?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Hey, I don't care. You're not saying no to me. You're saying no to him. Why don't you want to go out with him again, though?
So, I mean, I went over to his house for dinner, and he had talked himself up as this really great cook, like one of the best in his circle of friends or whatever. And
Yeah, he told us the same thing. He said he was a pretty good cook, and he said that he made you his signature chicken casserole.
Yeah, first off, chicken casserole is not That's not a food. That's something you take to a potluck. That's something, you know.
I was
Yeah.
actually kind of thinking the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it's a casserole. It's like a throw-to meal that you do when you're like a working mom.
See, I don't cook. I heard the word casserole and I was like, wow.
Fancy, right?
That sounds hard.
But, you know, you got to give the guy a break. He's like a single dude, so.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
And, like, I'm a huge foodie. But, you know, if it's good, if it's delicious casserole, like, by all means, you know, change my mind. Like, prove it to me, you know? But it was, I mean, it was the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Really? It
Was
was
it
that
like-
bad?
Oh, no.
It was so bad, and he had talked it up so much.
He said that you ate it and seemed to like it.
Well, I was brought up in the Midwest. I have certain manners that I try to, you know.
AKA, you're being
So
polite.
you were being polite.
Yeah.
Was it like can of mushroom soup bad type of casserole?
Oh, it had to have cream of something soup. Like,
Again, I'm not tracking with you guys because cream of anything soup sounds good to me.
No.
Sounds delicious.
No, that cream of mushroom soup that like you get at the dollar store and you pull it out and it's like this gelatinous mass. Like listen, my grandma used to make that.
Dude, the cream of mushroom soup. I love that stuff.
Okay, well, if you like it so much, fine. But personally, I would not give that slop to my dog.
All right.
Whoa.
Yeah, it sounds like he made a delicious meal to me, but I guess I don't get it. So is that the only reason then that you just didn't like his cooking?
It's one of my deal breakers. You know, one of my priorities is that if I'm going to date someone, he needs to be able to cook. He needs to know how to cook for a woman. He needs to know how to set a table, present a meal.
All right.
Wow.
The comic book thing have anything to do with it? I know that you voiced your concerns about the food. He thought the reason you didn't want to go out with him was his big comic book collection.
Actually, I mean, we looked at that stuff after dinner, and I felt physically ill. So I was just trying to, like, keep it together.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Oh, no.
No, it was. And I don't understand how, I mean, I'm really worried because if that's his signature dish, right? And it's cold in the center. It wasn't even cooked all the way through. I mean, if that's his pride and joy, then, like, what does everything else taste like? Like, I'm completely terrified to think about that being inflicted on another woman.
I feel like the second date has turned into a Yelp review.
Yeah.
And you're just destroying him.
It's like Food Network right now.
Yeah, well, one of his friends needs to sit him down because they've clearly, like, let him think that he's good at this.
Okay. Well, Adrian, I do have to tell you that you kind of have already told him because he's actually on the other line listening.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. Jesse, you there?
You really didn't like it?
Oh my God.
I mean, I've made that for people and they love it. Like I don't understand.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Jesse, but they were just being nice to you because it tastes like trash.
Oh.
Wow.
That's disgusting. That's unconscionably disgusting.
Are you
Jesse, nobody's ever told you that your food is bad before? I mean, the way Adrian is describing it, it's the worst thing on the planet.
Like nobody has even said anything remotely like this at all.
Dude, Jesse, she is being so mean to you. Even if your food is that bad, like, I don't know why you're still, like, even being nice to her at all.
Well, I mean, if she's right and my cooking's that bad, I mean, I can't fault her for being upset about it. I mean,
they could, like,
nobody's told me this before.
Listen, someone needed to tell you, and someone's told you, so you can move forward now, I guess. You need a class. You need a class.
You said class? I thought you said slap.
I heard that.
I thought you were like, you need a slap. I was like, you want to physically assault him, Adrian?
No. I mean, maybe someone could, but no. Just take a class. You know, if you like to cook, you can get better. I'm sure you can. You can't cook for another woman like that. Like, you just can't. It's not right.
What if I just had an off night? Like, I just wasn't up to snuff. Maybe you just didn't like that particular recipe. What if we have a do-over and I make you baked ziti?
Ooh.
No, absolutely not. No do-overs. No, like, if you can't cook a casserole to warmth in the center, that's basic cooking skills. That's common sense.
Adrian, you should be on one of those cooking shows as a judge.
Yeah.
Like, you are perfect for it.
I just know good food, and I know what I like, and it's important to me.
Okay, well, at this point, I need to ask you anyway. Would you like to go on a second date with Jesse? We will pay for it.
The only way I would ever go out with Jesse again is if he took a cooking class and he completed it, and I viewed the certificate with my own two eyes.
Wow.
Well, why don't we take one together? Then you know firsthand that I've gotten better.
No, I'm not taking a class with you because I don't need it, frankly. You take a class, you show me the certificate, maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk.
So I can call you after I take this class?
Oh, Jesse, come on.
Doing? Get a spine, man. Say no.
Yes, you can call me after you take a cooking class. We'll see.
Hey.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll go
Jesse.
take a cooking class.
Come on, man. Like, really? You're going to go take a whole class and everything and show her a certificate just to get a second date?
Well, she's made a lot of good points. I mean, nobody else has told me this. At least she's upfront and honest with me about it.
Yeah, but she doesn't care about like the time, the energy, the effort you put into the night.
I mean, if I'm that bad, then yeah, I mean, I guess she has a right to be upset.
Thank you. At least you're open to improvement. You know, like, if you want to be better, then that's something I can get on board with.
Well, there you go. I think this is kind of a successful second date, sort of.
It's so weird.
I mean, they always say like in couples, hey, you guys should make each other better. Doesn't matter if you do it by just degrading the other person until they do it. And that's what Adrian just did for Jesse.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for your time, you guys.
Thanks for the help. And if you guys know of any good cooking classes, let me know.
I'll have people text it in 78592. Where can Jesse find a good cooking class? Women like a man who's well-read.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, somebody who's very knowledgeable about the classics, like the Green Lantern,
No.
X-Men,
No.
Superman, things like that.
Comic books.
Yeah, they love it. Jesse is on the phone with us right now, and he's having trouble getting a call back from a girl named Adrian. Apparently, he thinks that his love for comic books might have turned her off. We'll get into that in a second. Jesse, how are you?
I wish I was doing better.
I guess, otherwise you wouldn't be doing a second date. So the girl who you want to call today, her name is Adrian?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us how you met her.
Well, we were both at a party like a month ago. She was gorgeous and seemed really cool. So we got to talking and we got to drinking. And before I left, I made sure I asked her out. And she said yes. And I asked her to come to my apartment because I wanted to cook her a meal.
Oh, wait, that was going to be your first date? Like, that's pretty intimate for a first date.
Well, I figured, we started talking about food and what she really liked. And then I mentioned that I like to cook. And it just kind of led from there.
That's awesome. So how did it go?
I thought it went pretty well. I make this really awesome chicken casserole. Like, it's my go-to dish.
Go-to dish?
A chicken casserole?
Are you a good cook?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard any complaints. I like to cook. My mom taught me to cook, and I made this chicken casserole for her. I made cocktails. We had candles. Like, I pulled out all the stops.
So you made it romantic. When she walked in, she knew, like, this guy is
That
putting
she was
effort in.
About to get. Get it on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but...
Or just have a nice dinner.
Make it that obvious.
Did anything like that happen on your date?
No.
Oh.
No, I was kind of hoping, but I got a hug at the end of the night. I didn't even get a kiss.
Oh, you didn't? Oh. Did she linger for a long time after dinner, or was it like, all right, good chicken, I'm out?
Well, we talked after dinner, and that's kind of when the comic book thing comes up, because she kind of noticed a couple things around my apartment, and I also wear a Green Lantern ring, and so she kind of asked me like that. She was like, oh, that's really cool, what is that? And so I explained it to her. And
You wear it, hang on one second, Jesse, you wear a Green Lantern ring all the time?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like comic books, and I like... It's a long story, but I mean, it has to do with Green Lantern and willpower, and I mean, it's not the nerdiest thing in the world.
It's up there. It's close. It may not be quite the nerdiest, but it's definitely in top 5.
All right. Well, she didn't think it was the nerdiest thing in the world. I mean, she thought it was okay. So, and then I started showing her around my apartment, and then we get to what I affectionately call the Fortress of Solitude, where I have all of my collectibles and my comic books.
So you showed her your Fortress of Solitude and your comic book collection and everything.
Yeah, I take good care of that stuff, and it's all nice and mounted on walls and framed and all that good stuff. And
So it's put together. It's not like you're walking into a college dorm room where there's a bunch of comic books thrown around, some empty pizza boxes everywhere.
No. I have shelves on the wall and signed books and things like that, and all that stuff, and everything's in cabinets. And
You're a legit enthusiast and a collector.
yeah, I've collected since I was a kid, so it's definitely something I'm passionate about. So I figured she's going to find out sooner or later, and I'm not ashamed of it. So I show her the room, and she kind of got quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought maybe, she's in awe of my collection. Mm-hmm. Kind of nodded a lot and just didn't seem that thrilled by it.
Really?
And then conversation got a little bit more strained after that.
How so?
Oh, no.
Well, before, it was just, back and forth, oh, yeah, you like that? Oh, that's cool. And whereas then it just got kind of weird.
Yeah, sort of just putting the brakes on everything like Superman in a room full of kryptonite. Am I
Nice
right?
analogy, bro.
That's a good reference, yeah.
Why do you think that your comic book collection would have turned her off, though?
If I had just things strewn around or I was running around in, Superman underwear, yeah, I guess that could be a thing. But it's something I'm passionate about. I take care of it, and I have a nice place. So that's the only thing I can think of that may have weirded her out.
I think that women appreciate a guy who definitely has interests, but if you take it to an OCD level, or maybe she thinks you're immature.
Well, it's not like I play with the toys that are in there. They're all on shelves.
You do wear a Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, but it's legit jewelry. It's not like I'm wearing a plastic thing I got.
Okay.
It's legit jewelry.
So that's the only thing you can think of from your date, though, is that she might have been turned off by your love for comics.
Yeah, everything else seemed to go well. She liked the food I made. She enjoyed the wine and all that good stuff. So
how many times since your date have you tried to get a hold of her?
I've sent her text messages. And she'll kind of respond back with how are you doing? Oh, I'm just really busy. But then when I mention, hey, let's hang out or let's get together, I get the silence.
Nothing back. I think that means she doesn't want to go out again. But I'm not a genius. I can't pick up on that stuff very well. That's why we'll play a song, we'll come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Yep, just hang on.